There is a forbidden book erased from the pages of the Bible, a book that reveals the origin of the fallen angels, the truth behind the biblical giants, and the divine plan for the end of times. For centuries, religious leaders have hidden these secrets, but today we will reveal the truth. Get ready to uncover the hidden mysteries within the Book of Enoch and discover how it is directly linked to the apocalypse we are living in today. And be warned, what you're about to hear may change your understanding of the Bible forever. Who was Enoch? The Bible gives us only a glimpse of his life in Genesis 5:24, where we read that he walked with God and was no more because God took him. But what does this really mean? Where was Enoch taken? And more importantly, what did he know that made him so special? What few people realize is that Enoch not only lived a righteous life, but also left behind a written legacy, a book so impactful that it was deliberately removed from the sacred canon. But why? This book, known as the Book of Enoch, contains detailed descriptions of events that the Bible only briefly mentions. It speaks of a celestial war waged between rebellious angels and the divine army. Angels who disobeyed God, descending to earth to teach forbidden secrets to humanity, and worse, to intermingle with humans. From this union emerged a race of giants known as the Nephilim, monstrous beings that brought chaos and destruction to the world. While the Bible briefly mentions the Nephilim in Genesis 6-4, the Book of Enoch dedicates entire chapters to these beings and their dark origins. But there is an even more intriguing detail. This book was found among the Dead Sea Scrolls, the oldest biblical texts ever discovered. If it was so ancient and relevant, why was it excluded? The answer could change everything we think we know about human history. And the revelations don't stop there. According to the Book of Enoch, there was a moment in history when the fate of humanity was drastically altered. 200 angels, known as the Watchers, descended from the heavens, but they did not come as divine messengers, nor to guide humanity toward the path of light. On the contrary, they brought with them forbidden knowledge and chaos. These beings taught men the art of war, how to forge deadly weapons, and how to master occult sorcery. But that was not the worst. These angels fell in love with human women, and with them they fathered a race of giants known as the Nephilim, colossal beings reaching up to 10 feet in height, possessing immense strength. They subjugated humans, spreading terror and violence across the earth. But God did not remain indifferent to this corruption. He watched as his creation was distorted and made a radical decision to eradicate the Nephilim and purify the world from the influence of the Watchers. He sent the flood, a devastating deluge that would wipe almost everything from existence. As for the fallen angels, they did not die, but were imprisoned, cast into a deep abyss, sealed in eternal darkness. At least, that was what was believed. And this is where the mystery becomes even more disturbing. According to Enoch, these angels would not remain imprisoned forever. He prophesied that in the end times, they would be released to bring chaos to the earth once again. And if this seems like a distant detail, know that the Apocalypse of John agrees. In Revelation 9:14, we read that angels imprisoned in the Euphrates River will be released to bring destruction. Coincidence? or a sign that the end is closer than we think? But there's something even more alarming. The Book of Enoch is not just an ancient text. It's the key to deciphering the apocalypse. For centuries, it was considered a legend, a hidden account lost in time. But now, as new evidence emerges and ancient mysteries are revealed, many of its prophecies seem to be coming true. Enoch describes the Son of Man, a glorious figure who would come to judge the fallen angels and restore divine order. If this sounds familiar, there's a reason. In the New Testament, Jesus refers to himself exactly with that title, Son of Man. Coincidence, or a hint that the Scriptures contain truths much more intertwined than we realize? But it doesn't stop there. The Book of Enoch also speaks of a final judgment by fire, a cataclysmic event that will consume the wicked and purify the world. This vision aligns perfectly with the descriptions in the Apocalypse, where a devastating fire will come to destroy all that is corrupted. However, there's an even more disturbing prophecy within this ancient manuscript. And it's not just about the future. Enoch mentions a specific location, the Valley of the Euphrates, described as the prison of the fallen angels, a place where dark forces await their release. Now, think about this. In 2023, the Euphrates River dried up like never before in modern history. For many theologians, this wasn't just a simple climate phenomenon, but a sign, a harbinger that the prophecy is unfolding before our eyes. If this theory is correct, then we are approaching the point of no return. But there's one last secret that few know. Now, the inevitable question arises: what does all of this have to do with our time? Why does such an ancient book seem to describe exactly what we're living today? Enoch warned that in the last days, humanity would repeat the sins of the watchers. Look around you. We are on the brink of a new era. But is this era one of progress or destruction? Today, scientists are pushing the boundaries of creation with genetic editing, using technologies like CRISPR to modify human DNA, the same kind of forbidden knowledge that the fallen angels taught humans before the flood. Governments, in turn, are investing billions in artificial intelligence, systems capable of controlling entire masses, creating a society that seems more and more monitored, surveilled, and manipulated. Could this be the rebirth of the Watcher's dominion? And there's another intriguing detail. UFO sightings have never been as frequent. But what if these beings aren't visitors from other planets, but something much older? In the Book of Enoch, the fallen angels are described as luminous beings, entities that descended from the heavens to interact with humans. Exactly how aliens are described today. Could the Watchers be returning, disguised under a new narrative? But the most chilling evidence came in 2022, when Israeli archaeologists found the tombs of giants in the Valley of Elah. Coincidence? Or proof that the Nephilim were never really extinct? If Enoch's prophecies are correct, then humanity may be about to witness something that few are prepared to accept. If you still believe that all of this is just fiction, maybe it's time to rethink. The Book of Enoch is not just a lost account in time. It was cited by the Apostle Jude and profoundly influenced the early Christians. So the question arises, why did the church decide to ban it? Why was such an ancient and revered book kept out of the sacred canon? The answer may be more disturbing than you imagine. This text reveals truths that shake the foundations of what we know as traditional religion. It details secrets about fallen angels, giants, and a cosmic plan that may be unfolding right before our eyes. If the religious leaders of the past had allowed the content of the Book of Enoch to be widely known, people would understand the connection between what happened before the flood and current events, and this could change everything. Now, think about this. If the fallen angels were imprisoned and one day will be released, if the Nephilim were never truly extinct, if current technology reflects the same sins of the Watchers, then what's to come? Are we about to witness the return of these entities? The increase in UFO sightings, genetic manipulation, and the unchecked advancement of artificial intelligence may just be signs of something much bigger about to happen. And if you want to know more, don't miss our next video where we'll reveal the whereabouts of the Ark of the Covenant and how it will be used in the final war against the Antichrist. To make sure you don't miss anything, subscribe now, hit the bell, and comment below. The end may be closer than we imagine, and the truth has always been right in front of us.